Hey guys, do you want to see a movie that features face slap, fat man, and a sex scene? If you do, then Silent Rage is for you.
Silent Rage from 1982 is the movie that we watched for this episode of Loose Cannon. Nick Uncaged. My name is Brian Lee. To my left,
Bram.
to my right,
Christopher Lee.
Fat man,
right? That was
Yeah, Fat Man's my favorite one.
Brand.
Yeah.
Do you recommend Silent Rage?
I'm leaning towards no.
Brian, do you recommend Silent Rage?
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Yeah, I don't. For me, the easiest way to sum it up is it has the same problem that a lot of Chuck Norris movies has, where it's too long.
It wasn't that long either, though.
No, it was an hour and 40.
Right.
But there's definitely some scenes where, like, I mean, we'll kind of explain it. But basically, that one woman, Chuck Norris's girlfriend, is stuck in the house with the killer.
Right.
But there's so much of her just like looking around slowly and opening doors slowly.
Yeah.
This movie is almost like borderline horror movie.
I wrote somewhere like a couple times, like where it's like a spooky part, like a thriller. It's like I was watching it like late at night, lights off, not thinking.
Ooh, on your blankie with your popcorn?
Yeah, my onesie. And it was like very...
My Chuck Norris onesie.
Yeah, of course. It's a Walker, Texas Ranger one.
In which, thank you for saying that, because this is the first movie that we've ever covered that's been recommended by a viewer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah?
I thought he was actually going to fight Frankenstein.
Oh, I didn't think that.
I did.
That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
So shout out to Jamie Evans Books
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't recommend it.
Well, the thing is, like, I like the premise.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
was
love
great.
the premise of this.
Like you said, I think it was shorter because what happens is, like you say, when it like focus on somebody for so long, the tension drops.
Yeah.
You lose that.
Well, and that's what I was
and it
wondering.
doesn't flow well.
I was wondering if they're stretching things out just to like, in an attempt to build tension.
It did the exact opposite for me.
Yeah, exactly. I just ended up getting bored.
Yeah.
And I actually had the thought kind of towards the end. I almost feel like this would have been better as like a 2-part episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
You know, it's weird. I did get
Yeah.
like a television show vibe
Yeah. Big time.
with this.
I mean, budget-wise, it looks good.
Yeah.
A lot of stunts.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was just like the pacing or something.
Yeah, it's like the pacing and just the story in general.
The villain I thought was really great.
Yeah.
It didn't really say much
Like the
at all.
monster guy
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
shitty mustache guy?
The monster guy. Not the
doctor.
Yeah, the evil scientist villain, his creation villain. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't talk much, but his presence, like I thought, was very intimidating. Because every time it showed him, it was always a silhouette, usually like at first, and then he'd come into stuff. Yeah.
Why did he walk around hunched so much?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that. Maybe that's
seems
intimidating.
painful.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't seen Silent Rage.
I
yes.
do have a synopsis.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Shit.
Jamie Evans Books, who recommended this to us, he sold it as Chuck Norris versus Frankenstein's monster / Jason Voorhees, which is pretty close.
Yeah. I'd say
but-
the Jason definitely.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Especially the ending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was that
I
was,
thought it was like almost a blatant ripoff.
yeah.
Yes, and completely expected.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he was going to come back.
Yeah,
Of
course. Yeah.
And that might be because we've been watching Lifetime movies because they end the same
Yeah,
way.
that is true. That is true. Yeah, this could be a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
You got yourself the wrong Silent Rage. What?
Hey, Fox. So the premise is interesting.
Yeah.
But at the very beginning, how does the killer end up? Oh, he gets shot a whole bunch by the cops.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's the sweatiest person ever.
Well, and it's weird because he wakes up drenched in sweat.
right.
Calls that there's kids, so he must be like at a boarding, like he's like renting a room.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
that was
it's
a
renting. a room.
weird-
Yeah. But kids are screaming, which I'm like,
And
nope,
swearing.
I don't recommend this at all. This is stupid.
They should have I wish you would have killed all of them.
I was like, oh, he's gonna get the kids good. Yeah, but
Well, and the kids were swearing constantly.
oh yeah,
I was like,
I was
their
gonna.
parents allow this?
You know, that's funny. I was gonna write that down, but I'm like, oh, they'll say it. I don't have to. But what I did write down is that once he's finally like, he gets the axe. He's like, I can't take it anymore. When he's going after the wife and the husband comes behind him to try to like, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
and he goes to the axe. He goes, you just hear it. He's like,
yeah.
It hits him, turns around.
Yeah. It was, yeah. There's some.
Must be the gases releasing out of him.
exactly. I was like, I like
There's
that.
some very weird sound effects
Yeah.
in this.
And also, speaking of sound landscapes, no sound or very little soundtrack in this movie.
Especially during fight scenes.
Yes.
Yeah. And
which makes it feel very awkward.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it very much, really.
I didn't mind it that much either.
To me, it was weird because even in real life, because when I first noticed, like, oh, there's no music, I was like, oh, that's how it'd be in real life. Obviously, there's music playing.
Right.
But I thought, no, anytime there's a fight in public, there's people yelling and screaming and like, there's noise.
Yeah.
And that's like, it is like silent when they fight. It's just like them grunting, basically.
Oh, almost got me there.
Yeah.
We should go out for nachos later.
That's a great fight.
Dude.
Man. I mean, you're such a good fight guy. And it's like, oh, it's fight, but nachos. The guy kills those people. Cops show up. We get Charlie, and the guy's out there, and Charlie's like, freeze. He aims it. The guy runs away. Chuck jumps down. He's like, time to shoot.
Yeah.
Yep.
And barely misses Chuck Norris, and Chuck's like, nah. It just runs off. Like, it would have bounced
But Charlie
off him.
does the most.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, right.
So just to make sure, the actor was good because I genuinely hated him.
Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the actor was good,
Yeah.
but that character, as a character, is so like the worst person ever.
It's like they needed a like a funny sidekick. Like it was like that goofy. Here's a goofy sidekick now.
So it was really hard for me to displace him as, because I know him as Flounder from Animal House.
Maybe he had a heart attack. Holy shit!
I thought one of the best actors in this movie was the
Dark
killers.
Nose. Oh.
No, he's psychiatrist. That one doctor.
Yeah, I like his beard.
And he's from stuff. I know I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, but
That's Kenny
I've
Loggins.
always liked him. Is that Kenny Loggins?
I don't know. It's just they have similar beards.
Well, it works for me.
It's like where it's like almost like painted on. It's like
Yes.
really well
Yes.
groomed.
It's fancy.
And then when he sang, Danny's song.
Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love.
So another problem I have with this movie is, that killer gets killed by the police. So they, instead of bringing him to a hospital,
Yes.
which would make sense,
Yes.
they bring him to a genetic engineering research facility.
Yep.
Where Chuck Norris is hanging out shirtless.
Yeah.
He was shirtless quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
In this.
So how do you guys feel
About
about
shirtless? Oh.
kind of. How do you feel as Chuck Norris playing a playboy? Because he's kind of like Mr. Suave. Like,
Yes, if you go to an hour and like 9 in, his hair is so blonde.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes.
it's that close up of him with the shirt off. I think the
Yes.
towels around it. And he just has that look like, I know. I'm Chuck Norris. It's like,
I feel like that fits his character.
yeah.
I feel like he plays like, just like kind of a, I don't know.
But yeah. But I'm so not used to Chuck Norris playing that character.
Right. I could.
He's
I
always
see
such
that.
like a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
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 Because is he a born again Christian or just religious?
I think he became one later in life.
yeah, definitely not when this was filmed. for
Right.
sure.
No.
Yeah, because he's getting very handsy on that car ride. Oh, my. So the police, fucking kill whatever the guy's name is.
Yeah.
And they bring him to that place. And, he dies on the operating table. Something that drives me nuts in a movie is when they try to make things sound like super secret or like overly smart.
Cyatril 25 cc's.
25 cc's, that'll put him on the ceiling.
Make it 35 cc's.
35 cc's coming up.
That's fine.
They inject this fucking shit into this guy. And so you have Kenny Loggins, and then you have shitty mustache guy, and then you have
Glasses.
Glasses with weird hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just mustache was definitely not likable because I guess he was pushing the envelope, so you're not supposed to like him.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And that serum or whatever. It also basically turns him into Wolverine,
Yeah.
Right.
It's really what
where
it
he
is.
basically has self-healing abilities.
And those effects were cool.
Oh, where it
Yeah,
like
They would-
seals back
they would
up.
cut 'em. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But And so like the doctors know this, like he like self-heals.
Right.
But throughout the movie, when people try and kill him, like either by like shooting him or when he falls out the building, like they expect that he's dead.
Right.
But like, no, he has self-healing.
Right.
Like, I assume it was some kind of like chop his head off.
That's what I was
like,
going to say. Like, why wouldn't you try and just fucking chop off his head?
That's what I was thinking too. Oh, I was very happy that Charlie got it because there was way too much of him after a while. I got really annoyed.
I don't
with
think
him.
he should have died.
He was going to, like he knew he was going to.
I didn't think so.
There was that one part where he's like, Chuck Norris, I don't think I'm gonna be
oh yeah, he's like,
a
yeah,
cop.
yeah.
And Chuck was like, well, you know what? I don't want you on the force. I don't want you in my life. So we'll just make you be a cop, which you'll be dead soon. That's basically how it sounded to me.
Speaking of Charlie, when they go to that biker bar,
Yes.
the wackiest biker bar ever.
See, and that there. Oh, go ahead.
So they go in there, and Charlie goes in there. He's like, "All right, everybody against the wall," and like everyone's quiet, and then like all the bikers like start, "Who are these guys?" And essentially, you start hearing like gremlin noises.
Yes.
Like Gizmo.
Who's the thing he is?
Like all these weird noises. Like you don't know what's going on, and then essentially it turns into Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes.
Where it's like, there's the one like chick like, why don't you let me have them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Because then Charlie's on the outside, like talking to somebody.
Right.
He was like, and she had tattoos on her boobs or
Right.
something like that. I was like, oh,
Which were definitely temporary tattoos.
oh
Yes.
yeah, oh yeah, big time. But I like that because that's when it was like 41 minutes in with all those kicks.
Yes.
I thought that was awesome. He went and he
That's
was
my
going
exact note.
nuts.
All the kicks.
Yeah.
Right before that scene, though, as if Charlie wasn't unlikable enough,
Yeah.
he tells the story about how he basically killed a dog.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, I was trying to give it a bath. I want to dry it off, so I put it in the fridge.
Which that
Right.
makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like, why'd you put that story in this movie to make him?
It was
That's
weird.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. I like. Was it supposed to be funny or like?
Yeah.
Are you trying to make Charlie like
The
be a little?
tone was so weird.
right. It didn't make sense at all. Not at all.
Also, he had a Ford Bronco in Delta Force.
Yes.
He had a Dodge Ram Charger in.
Lone Wolf? Was it Lone Wolf?
Yeah, Lone Wolf
Okay.
McQuade, yeah.
Excellent movie. Watch that.
Yes.
And our review of it.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
In this movie, he has a Chevy Blazer.
Yes.
Which they all look the same.
Yeah, very similar.
I'm like, all right, Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, Chevy Blazer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is with movies of this era and like, because Dawn of the Dead was pretty close to the original.
Yeah. I think this is like a year or two after, maybe.
So when people are dead, how come they're just like a green blue color? Because when she finds her brother, like hanging,
What do you mean? You don't turn blue green when you die?
Dude, it was so.
I know. It's like they need to make sure you know he's dead,
Right,
So let's
yeah.
make him look like an icicle.
It's like an hour and 3 in.
Yeah, I know exactly the part you're talking about because she finds the one
He's just
lady
hanging on a door.
Right.
Yeah. And that's about when things start getting like spooky, a little scary.
Could a average door in a home carry that much weight? Like, what
Are we
would have to be-
talking 2021 doors? Or are we talking?
either way?
Well, they just build them better back.
How would you mount a body on a door?
Well, in Home Alone, they hang Kevin McAllister on
He's
the
a
door.
child, though.
He is a child.
The guy wasn't very big though. I think he was about the size of Kevin McAllister.
Kenny Loggins,
listen,
same age.
Everyone looks small in the movies. Okay.
Right. He's about 2 Kevin McAllisters.
Okay.
Plus, Kevin's pants were wet because he was walking in that flood.
That adds
basement,
about
so that's
70
water
pounds.
raised.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but.
It's raw denim. It's
Well, he was also a super smart genius guy, so he must have a
brain
really,
was really
yeah. Well, yes, I didn't even think about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that one. Well, the house he bought's probably well built, so his doors are probably going to be very sturdy because of his big paycheck he gets from being a psychiatrist for people.
his big paycheck.
You know what I'm talking
Those
about?
fat cats in there.
Well, he probably his big brain.
You're right.
His fat paycheck probably weighed him down.
Yeah.
There's just multiple things.
Right.
Yeah. What Kevin McAllister pants? Right? Is that one of them?
Sure.
During the love scene between Chuck Norris and the lady whose name I forget, so they have sex, and then it kind of like cuts to them on the bed, but like clothed,
Right.
And at the end of the bed is like a little like charcuterie, like picnic basket.
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
There's like some fruit and like a bottle of champagne. I was like, oh, that's pretty fancy. But then they end up doing it, so they like kick the basket away. I was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. And then it cuts to them swinging wildly on a hammock, and they knock over the same basket.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, oh, that poor basket.
Because I remember the first time I was like, I mean, that's fine. But doing it 2 times, like, okay, now. Like,
now
you
you're just
know
careless.
it's there. Like, you know it's there.
You're just dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that courting montage was very strange.
Yeah.
The music was really dumb. It's like 46 minutes in. Where it just shows him like doing various things.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably like the least excited I've been for an 80s montage.
Yeah.
I briefly fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So Chuck Norris, he's tried to kill him tons of times at the end. He realizes that no matter really what he's doing, he's not going to kill this guy.
Yeah.
So he kind of just like devises ways to, not devises, but knows, off a cliff. Is that what happened? He was in the car. Did it go off a cliff or did it?
Yeah, it basically goes off a jump.
yes.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yes, because it blows up.
Yes.
And then he's like running on fire.
Yeah,
Yes.
into the lake, and he comes out of the lake.
Yep.
It was. I didn't mind the ending, but I feel
The
like the
very ending? Like the last frame?
no,
Or-
not the last frame. Just how they were able to get rid of the guy. We'll get rid of him.
So
you know?
was that a well?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
There's just a random fucking hole in the ground.
Right. Yeah. I didn't like that going into. Well, that's okay. That was not. But maybe like I don't know. Maybe because they didn't have the money. But get rid of his arms or do something to make it to where he couldn't come back out. Because it's like you just dropped
Is
him
there a
down
Silent
there.
Rage 2?
It didn't seem like he was gonna die from that.
I don't know, but I mean, I feel it seems like they left it open.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Because he wasn't gonna die, so it's like he's just gonna be down there forever. It just I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll starve to death.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Could
there
you
go.
self-heal?
No, he'll just eat himself and then grow it back. Exactly. Oh, time for some
He'll
more.
heal back.
Right.
Oh, it's like a buffet.
That's what I'm saying.
Never ending.
Yep. I gotta think of this. Yeah.
Brown Man. Now that we have talked about Silent Rage.
Yes, sassy black woman.
Brown Man. Now that we've talked about Silent Rage, do you recommend it?
I do not recommend it.
Brian?
No.
Yeah. I agree. I do not recommend it. Again, I feel like it would have been better as like a 2-part episode to like Texas Ranger or something.
Or like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be curious how much you'd have to cut out to like make the pacing.
Well, you can get rid of that fucking courting montage.
True.
Give it to
I
Charlie.
wish I could remember the music. I just remember it was not good.
No, yeah, it was not
Every
good at all.
scene Charlie's you can get rid of.
How would you know that he likes to eat without showing the scene where he gets 2 cheeseburgers?
Those looked really good.
They
Like,
did look really good.
I still remember them. That's
So-
the best part of the movie.
What story arc would you get rid of? Charlie or Chuck Norris's love interest?
Oh.
Ooh, that's tough. I say
Because is the love interest only in it because she's related to the doctor?
yeah, it's her brother. So yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously she's a love interest.
Well, you got to have her in there because then there's some sort of stakes involved.
Yeah.
Stakes.
the movie would not have changed
Oh,
if Charlie was taken out. The movie definitely would have changed if you took her out.
Yeah.
So
Agreed. Well, I think that'll do it for this time.
Yeah.
Until next time, good
journey.
Thanks for checking out this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, tell a friend.